Good fight. Gerald Washington will take on Jarrell Miller on Saturday the 29th of July 2017 at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, USA. That will be on the undercard of the Mikey Garcia Adrian Broner fight. Jarrell Miller has been out for quite a long time now. I think it was since he beat Fred Cassie. What was that, in 3 or 4 rounds? And Gerald Washington has been out since he was stopped by Deontay Wilder. I believe that was earlier on this year. So, yeah, good fight. A lot of people are leaning towards Washington because he's seen as the better boxer of the two. Jarrell Miller is more of a slugger, more of a brawler. Big, strong guy, comes forward, throws a lot of punches. So far, he hasn't been rocked or hurt or wobbled in any of his fights. Gerald Washington, on the other hand, has had some tough fights. He had a tough fight with Amir Mansour. He was obviously knocked out by Wilder. He had a tough fight with, who was the other guy that he fought? Aguilera. Nagy Aguilera also gave him a tough fight. So yeah, Washington's had some tough scrapes. He obviously beat Eddie Chambers. That's probably the best win on Gerald Washington's resume. So, you know, he's had some tough encounters. Jarrell Miller, it's been a lot easier for him. Whether that means he's better, or whether that just means it's styles, or whatever the case may be. Maybe Gerald Washington has just faced the better competition. Whatever the case is, we're going to find out July 29th who's the better between these two fighters. Jarrell Miller, for those of you who don't know, 28 years of age, stands 6'4". He has a listed reach on BoxRec of 78 inches. Gerald Washington is a much taller guy, well, a few inches taller at least. I believe he's 6'6", Gerald Washington. He is listed on BoxRec as having a reach of 82 inches. He's 35 years old, so he's significantly older. And in terms of real boxing experience, I'm not sure who's more experienced. Gerald Washington is 18-1 with 1 draw. Jarrell Miller is 18-0 with 1 draw. So very, very similar professional records. But when it comes to amateur boxing, I believe Jarrell Miller had a pretty long amateur career, and also he was a kickboxer as well. So he's been in combat sports for a while. Whereas Gerald Washington, I'm not sure how long he's actually been boxing, during his life. I don't think he's had that extensive an amateur career. I believe he was in the Navy, and, he's done a bunch of different things. He was an American football player. Jarrell Miller, as far as I'm aware, is more experienced in combat sports, be it kickboxing, boxing, so on and so forth, throughout his life. I think he's been competing since he was, 10, 11 years old, something like that. So, yeah, we'll see. Let me know what you think of this fight, people. Who's going to win the fight? How do you see the fight going down? Jarrell Miller had some kind of promotional issue. He is with Dimitri Salita, and he tried to break away from that promoter. I guess that situation hasn't panned itself out yet. Gerald Washington, on the other hand, is an Al Haymon fighter. This fight will be on an Adrian Broner card, so it's going to be... I'm not sure if Al Haymon's going to be involved. I know Al Haymon is involved with Adrian Broner. Excuse me. Al Haymon is involved with Adrian Broner. But I believe this is going to be an Adrian Broner promotion. So whether there will be any Al Haymon involvement behind the scenes, I'm not sure. But as I say, nonetheless, Washington is an Al Haymon guy. Jarrell Miller is with Dimitri Salita. The two guys have come together, and they'll be fighting on the Mikey Garcia Adrian Broner card. That's going to be a good card, by the way, people. On that same card, you've got, as I say, Garcia Broner. You've got Jarrett versus Austin Trout. That's going to be a decent fight. That's a world title fight. You've got Jamal Charlo, who is fighting his first fight, I think, at middleweight. I believe this will be his first fight at middleweight against Jorge Sebastian Highland. So, yeah, and then you got Jarrell Miller versus Gerald Washington. You've also got Jamel Herring versus Alejandro Luna. I'm not sure who that is, but that guy's undefeated. Decent card so far, people. It will be televised on Showtime. So let me know what you think of this card, and let me know particularly what you think of this fight between Gerald Washington and Jarrell Miller. Who's going to win? How's the fight going to go? Are you picking Washington on points? Maybe Washington late stoppage? Do you think he's the better boxer? Or do you think Jarrell Miller, with his size and strength and his confidence, will be able to bum rush Gerald Washington and maybe stop him or out hustle him over the distance? Let me just check how long this fight is scheduled for, how many rounds, because I'm not sure exactly. Okay, it doesn't say at the moment how many rounds this fight is set for. So it could be 10 or 12. I'm not sure. Unlikely to be 8. But again, that's at the Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. Jarrell Miller is from Brooklyn, New York, so he'll be the hometown guy in this situation. Gerald Washington is, where is he from? Okay, he's from San Jose, California, originally. Anyway, let me know what you think of the fight, people. It's happening, I'm out.